Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to learn will and be going to once forever. So, I know that there are a lot of different explanations of will and be going to, but this one is going to be for those who want to be learning the grammar for fluency in English and just to know how to talk, how to speak in that language using different grammar. Different grammar, like important grammar, like the differences between will and going to and how we should even use them in different contexts and how they're used. If you really want to know all of these information in a way that you can bring them into use and make it as a tool to be a fluent speaker in English, then you have come to a right place. Just stay with me, stick with me. Consistent is the key, and that's why I share consistent lessons of grammar and vocabulary every week. So don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's go to learn the differences and how to use will and going to, the simple future tenses. Similarities between will and going to. Well, predictions. We use will, both will and going to talk about the things that we think are true in the future, and it will happen or occur in the future, okay? For example, I think it will rain tomorrow, or I think it is going to rain tomorrow. It's a prediction. It's something we think it's true and it will happen, it will occur in the future. So we can use both will and going to about the predictions we have about the future. According to the weather report, it will be cloudy tomorrow. Or we can say, according to the weather report, it is going to snow tomorrow. Or it is going to be cloudy tomorrow. So it's a prediction. It's a statement or something we think will happen. We are predicting it. We say that it will happen from before. We talk about future, about something that will happen, will occur, or something that is going to happen. Will and be going to mean the same thing when they're making predictions about the future. Predictions are the things that we say or think about future, about the things that occur in the future. It is going to rain tomorrow. Or we say it will rain tomorrow because we think and predict it both has the same meaning. Because in predictions, will and going to have the same meaning. But what are the differences? Prior plan. A prior plan is a plan which has been decided before. We have thought about that before. We have made our decision. It is all done. It was thought through from before, okay? And now we have decided we want to talk about it. For example, I am going to go there tomorrow. I have decided to go there tomorrow. That's why I use going to. So we use going to talk about prior plans, the things that we have already decided and we have thought through them. We have made our decision about them. So that's why we use be going to. For example, I'm going to go there tomorrow. It means that I have made my mind. I have made my decision. I have thought about this. So that's why I use going to. I am going to participate in that, for example, class. It means that I have already made my mind. I have already made a decision. I thought about it and I planned it. So I use going to. Let's read another example. I'm going to paint my bedroom tomorrow. That means that I have already planned this. I have prepared everything. I've already bought the paint and all and everything that I need to paint my room. So I say I'm going to paint my room tomorrow because I have planned it, I have thought about it, and I have made my decision about it. But remember, we don't use will when we have already decided something. We don't say I will paint my room tomorrow because we haven't decided before. Okay, so when we decide things from before and things are planned from before, that's when we use be going to, okay? For example, I'm going to stay with you for the rest of the month. It means that I have planned this, I have already thought about this. So this is my decision and I have planned this. That's why I use going to. It's a prior plan, as it says here. But if I just make that decision right now, at the moment of speaking, I use will. That's right. Get the difference? We use will when we make a decision at this time, right now, then we use will. For example, right now I'm talking to you, okay? Right now I'm thinking that I think I want to go there. So right now immediately I say, I will go there, okay? So I will go there. I just made my decision right now. It wasn't planned or anything. I didn't think about it. And I didn't have any plan or a prior plan. I just thought about it right now and I just made this decision right now. That's why I use will. At the moment of my speaking, I made this decision. For example, I will go there or I will stay here, okay? That means that I have just made this decision right now. I will not go there. It means that I have just made this decision right now at the moment of my speaking. So it also has the meaning of willingness or refusal. When we say will plus not, it is will not, which is won't. The negative form of it is won't. We can use that in order to talk about the things that we don't want to do. We don't like to do that. It's a refusal, okay? And also we have made that decision usually at the moment of speaking. Remember that. For example, right now I ask you that, do you like to come with me to the theater? And you tell me, I won't. That means that I don't want to. I don't like to. It's refusal. So we also use will or will not, which is won't, contraction. We use that to talk about the things we don't want to do, we don't like to do, refusal or willingness. I will. I sure will. Or I sure will is a common way you can use will. That means you really are willing to do that. Sure will. I sure will come with you. I really like to and I am willing to do that. I also made this decision at the moment of speaking, right? The phone is ringing. For example, the phone is ringing and you'd be like, I'll get it. It means that you have right now made this decision to take and go and pick up the phone and answer. So you say, I'll get it. I will get it. Now let me read an example for you. How old is your aunt? That means how old is she, okay? You say that, I don't know, she won't tell me. What does that mean? Why did we use will not here? It means that it's a refusal. She doesn't like to tell me. She doesn't want to tell me, so she won't tell me, okay? You can also use will or will not to talk about willingness or refusal. There's no way we bring s at the end of will. When we have will, we never add s to will or the main verb that comes after that. We never do that. For example, we don't have she wills come here. What? That's stupid. I have never heard that and it's never used. And it's wrong in the nature, okay? But remember, so whenever we have will, there is no way we can use s at the end of the verb, main verb, or the will itself. We don't use that because it doesn't need it, okay? It's not the way it works. So either it's she, he, it, we're not gonna use s, okay? For example, she will go there. I didn't use s, okay? For will not, the contraction, as I said, is won't. We make it smaller. She won't come here. She won't dance with me. Here it's refusal, remember? It's like, she won't dance with me. It's like, she doesn't like to and she doesn't want to. She won't dance with me. Refuses to dance with me. Refusal for going to, not going to. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully because the concept here is important and you need to pay attention. For example, your dad says that clean your room and you're like, I'm not going to clean my room. And that's something that you have already thought about, something that you have already in mind somehow in the back of your mind. You know that you're not going to clean your room. So you say that I'm not going to clean my room. It is not planned and I don't like to. These are so common. Listen, I'll be there. I'll be there. It's like I will be there soon and I'll be there. It's just, I'm just gonna get there. I'm just gonna come there, okay? So I'll be there. It's a really common way of using will when you want to say that you want to go somewhere in the future. In spoken English, we can use contractions, but in writings, we usually use the will itself. For example, Tom will be here. But in spoken English, we say like, Tom will be here, okay? But when you're not speaking fast, here's the point. Listen, if you're not speaking fast and if you don't have any, reason to speak fast, or you haven't got used to speaking fast yet, please do not use the contractions a lot because it's just not right. We do that to the point. The purpose of using contractions is to use it to speak faster. Okay, so when we're not speaking fast and we're not yet that fluent, we shouldn't just use contractions, okay? That's the point, because when we say, Tom will be here, when we say that like this, it doesn't have a beautiful look. When you want to speak fast and you have already got used to speak fast, you'd be like, Tom will be here. But if you haven't got used to that and you don't speak fast really and more often, it's totally fine and beautiful and okay to say Tom will be here tonight. It's beautiful. It's not very formal in a way that it's awkward. It's great, and I really suggest if you're not speaking so fast, please don't use these contractions like really a lot. Gonna, okay? For example, she is gonna stay here. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? If you're speaking fast, then speak fast. If you're not, why do you use gonna? Okay, this is a really important accent tip that you need to pay attention to. Tom is not going to come. We can say this is a negative form of using going to, and this is the question. In a question, how we use it. For example, are you gonna do that? Or are you going to do that? Will plus subject and plus the main verb. For example, will you stay here? That means that, will you stay here? About you, asking about the future. That's literally all you need to know about will and going to. You just have to practice this in a consistent manner. Make different examples. Please try to have the exposure to many examples and different contexts that have used will and going to, and I promise you it's super easy and you will be able to speak it and bring it into use if you actually make examples with it. Thank you so much, you guys. I hope that you have learned all the things that you need about will and going to, and believe it or not, that's all you need to know about will and going to if you want to be able to speak it, if you want to be able to use it in different sentences. Just pay attention to the things that I've told you and bring them into use. Comment down below, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. Thank you. Bye.